But sincerely, who should we put the blame on? Sound like an Akon song. Maybe put the blame on, Finney the Judge, maybe. But welcome to the Sports Republic Show right here on Voice of the People TV. It's time to give you a sports update. We'll go around to give you everything that happened. But we start the show this morning from what transpired yesterday in Marrakech, Morocco. It's a bad one. I don't know. It got me stuttering on the show. I'm still thinking. Maybe I'm sleeping somewhere. The Super Eagles lost to the Malian side, not the Naira Mali style, 49 years ago. 49 years was the last time. In fact, let's get on the full show. David, you're welcome. I can't talk about this alone. It's just so crazy to talk about.
Well, a very good morning to you, Kizzy, and yes, to every single person seeing us, viewing us this beautiful morning. 49 years record.
How do you feel?
Yesterday. Well, that's what football gives. I mean, if I said it yesterday, if the Super Eagles underrate the Eagles of Mali, they'll be punished.
But yesterday, you sounded like you want to fly. You said Super Eagles is up. The Eagles of Mali is down. Anything super in quotes is up, right?
Well,
so how come
the truth of the matter is you have to, on one part, be patriotic.
Okay.
And that was what I did.
But you're not being sentimental, right?
But in the reality, that's why I said same yesterday that if the Super Eagles underrates the Eagles of Mali, they'll be punished. And the result is what we're seeing.
I don't even know what to say, but let's give you the update about that very one in Marrakech, Morocco. On Tuesday night, we saw that Nigerian Super Eagles were defeated by the Eagles of Mali in a friendly game. Goals scored on Ishar by El Bila Toure, wonderful player, and also Kamori Doumbia, securing the win for Mali. Now, the last time Mali defeated the Super Eagles was on 5th September 1975. I wasn't even born at that point. Also in a friendly match, which ended 4-1 prior to the Tuesday's game. Now, the Eagles have been unbeaten on 8 straight fixtures against Mali, recording 5 wins and 3 draws. Now, interim coach Finidi George entrusted starting line to talk about Jamilu Collins, Rafael Onyedika, Kenneth Omeruo, who replaced Bruno Yemechi, Frank Onyeka, Benjamin Tanimo, and also from the lineup that secured a 2-1 win against Ghana on Friday. Now, next in line for the Eagles is the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa in June. Although Mali dominated the early stages of the game, they failed to convert their early pressure into the goals. Now, in the 14th minute, Mali almost took the lead, but we had denied by Stanley Wabali. However, a defensive error in the 14th minute allowed El Bila Toure to capitalize on score, giving Mali the breakthrough. Now, when you saw that game, you would understand that Moses Simon also his injury forced him out into the first half of that game. And then we saw Oseni Deza coming in to replace him in the 34th minute, while the second half began badly for the Super Eagles. The Malian defense remained resolute despite Mali nearly doubling their lead. Now, the Eagles defense intercepted a dangerous cross from the left, and in the 65th minute, Desert had a significant opportunity but shot over the bar with the goalkeeper just only to beat. Now, shortly after that, Kelechi Iheanacho low shot was parried out away from the corner in the 66th minute. With 12 minutes remaining, the Eagles won a free kick in a promising position, but Kelechi Iheanacho's attempted was cleared away. But Mali eventually secured their victory on 87 minutes when Kamori Doumbia, that guy, a very wonderful player, raised into the Eagles' 18-yard ball and fire pass to Wabali. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. Don't judge me if you're not Finidi, but you can judge me now. David, one, as of yesterday, we're saying one is gone, one is left. So, like, 1 over 2. Is that a pass mark?
Well, it's an average.
What's average? He lost. He lost it. We totally lost to the Malian side.
Average is you win a game, you lose the other one. So, out of 2 games, he won 1.
Is this still on your edge? I mean, he wants to give him the job?
I honestly felt that he shouldn't have gone for the
change. That's what he always say. You like to say you don't want to change the winning team.
Yes.
And you did that.
But painfully, he should have changed because it's a friendly game.
And it's a try as well.
Exactly, for some players. I mean, I was expecting to see Olorunleke Ojo in goal, not a Stanley Wabali.
Okay.
I mean, let's just try these players and let's tell ourselves that, okay, these guys, they know best what to do. And, of course, we expect that they would give their all. But then you are coming to play the same players that you started with against Ghana. Okay. Yes, he wants to win. Yes, he wants the record. And I think what he's only missing out is the fact that he has not used some players that he was supposed to use and allow Nigeria.
Is he still on the edge of the job? should we count him out entirely now, or should we say, okay, let's give him the job?
Well, first, most importantly, I am not the NFF. I don't know how
Yeah,
that
you're
would
not.
work.
You're not.
But I think
Yeah.
for the sake of continuity, let's just give him another benefit.
If you say you're
of
not the
the doubt.
NFF, the amount of the people, you're amount of the cost. Talk. Let's say, what do you think?
Yeah, like I said, let's just give him a benefit of the doubt and maybe.
So,
give
but
him,
you hear me say that next is 2026 World Cup qualifiers, and that's against
yeah,
South
against
Africa.
South Africa.
Do we need to start changing now? Let him go, bring in Amunike to do the job for a short while, and let him go. I mean, who would be the man for the Eagles?
Amunike has not been tested.
Exactly my point.
We have tested Finidi George. Let's stay with him. It's that simple. It's a plug and play situation. Let's not.
All right, so we'll
drag
give you
it.
more update quickly. Still talking about international friendly. We got this one. We performed better, but still could not win. And that's from Finidi George. No excuse.
Right. No excuse. I mean,
No excuse, right?
he is a victim of his own circumstance. He created a circumstance for himself.
Right.
And well, I only feel that honestly, he should have done better yesterday with the players. Change these players. Let everybody have a feel of the game.
What's wrong?
Let's see,
David, what's
who
wrong?
and who.
What wrong did he do? What exactly wrong? Is it the change of the players? Like you
From-
said, it's not wrong.
It's very wrong.
Oh, change of the players.
Yes, he should have.
You don't want to give opportunity to some players to play.
That's what I felt he could have done. Stanley Wabali starting that game was an error. Even though he also saved the team, because trust me, Mali would have defeated Nigeria more than 3 goals. But he saved the team with some amazing stops. But the defense, the front line, and of course, I saw Kelechi Iheanacho give a fantastic game yesterday.
No, I think
it
a
was
lot of
it
players
was creative. It was
are really
creative
having their
yesterday.
time now with Finidi George. But we'll give you update again. That very one on Tuesday friendly game. That's in Marrakesh, Morocco, where the Super Eagles performance was described as commendable by Finidi George just by losing to Mali. Mali secured 2-0 victory in that goal and was from El Bila, Toure, and also Kamari Doumbia. It marks the first win for the Malians against the Eagles since 1975. Now the Eagles sent out the game against Mali, following a 2-1 win against Ghana Black Stars on Friday. Finidi George made some changes in his lineup against Mali with the throw of Omeruo, Kenneth, Rafael Onyedika, Jamilu Collins starting the game. And it's no longer a story that we lost to the Malian side. There was no Vince Bissouma in that game, you needed to say. But we go up, give you more update. We deserve victory, but it ended in a defeat for us. And that's from a man we know, Kenneth Omeruo. Now, in their friendly match at the Grand State Marrakesh on Tuesday night, the Super Eagles were claimed to have been unlucky by Kenneth Omeruo. Now, the three-time African champions were defeated 2-0 by the Eric Kelly side. That was secured by the win. Now, you need to know, counting and still talking, we've never won the Malian side before. The last time we did was 49, like a record. And you just want to say this one's okay. Now, that win was sealed with another goal after the break by Kamari Doumbia. And I just don't know where we go from here. But the question is, are we really, really the best team? Time will tell on that one. We'll give you more update. But David, let me get on this one. Some of those players that we saw yesterday, the likes of Kenneth Omeruo, the likes of Shizazimi Awazi, and all of those guys, they know that they need to work extremely hard to be on the top game. Now, the Super Eagles will now shift their attention to the June side, talk about the FIFA World Cup qualifiers coming up against South Africa and then Benin Republic. Do we want to be part of the World Cup? Time will tell. If we want to be in the World Cup, we need to start making things right. But the question now, I don't know what NFF will want to do. Maybe let Finidi George go or let him stay. Time will tell. We just have to know what comes to play. But we give you another update in terms of coach Finidi George eyes late Stephen Ketch's success, says he desires much more. Now, in recent remarks, Finidi George, the interim manager of the Super Eagles, don't get me wrong when I say interim, he's not the manager for now. He expressed his aspiration to achieve the level of success attained by the legendary Stephen Ketch during the tenure of the Super Eagles head coach. Now, should the Super Eagles side, Nigerian Football Federation appoint him as the substantive handler of the national team, now revealing a profound desire to establish a lasting legacy. Finidi outlined his ambitious vision, sound like a rhymes, to secure both personal and also team triumph. Now, with the aim of emulating Ketch's notable achievement on winning the AFCON title, there is no competition on this.
Right.
He was a teammate, but I don't think Finidi should put himself in that space.
Well, he is. I mean, in football, right, or in life, the only one thing that you would have to yourself is hope.
Is what?
Hope.
Okay.
And desire for something greater. Now, he's trying to say at this point, I want to be like the great Stephen Keshi, who was a player and a manager and won the AFCON tournament.
Okay.
So if he desires that, I mean, that's a good thing for him. But I personally also feel that if the NFF are going to really look into it, I think they should give Finidi the job. I mean, the style of play presently looks a bit different. Maybe he's also going to tell himself at this point, I need to do more. And doing more is about instilling your own personal style of play into that team. And I think he's going to do a good job. I really think.
But Finidi George, everybody knows his personality. He's a very calm manager.
Right.
I know him. I like his style. We talked about it on the radio yesterday. We said, if we give him Finidi George the job, are we going to see him leave Aimba for now? But that's on one side. But he's not yet the manager.
Right.
But the question is, if you say we should give him the job, and your reasons are because of continuity sake, you don't think the NFF have a personal candidate they want to give?
Now, if they have a personal candidate they want to give, which of course
because a lot of people have said
by the undertone of what the NFF have been doing lately.
At this point, right?
Yes, by the undertone of what they've been doing lately, I think they have a particular manager in mind. The board, the head of the NFF, particularly the technical team and all. But you see, there's another story that follows that undertone. There is no money. And I'm beginning to wonder, where is all of the money that has been earmarked for sports? Where is it going?
Are you saying there's no money, or they say there's no money?
They say there's no money.
But you think there's money? Do you think there's money? Okay, where's the money? Where the money is? Do you see us having enough money?
There's a budget for sports
allocation and
development in Nigeria. So where is the money?
Okay, that's another talk for another day. It's not a political show. Where's the money?
They want wine meaning.
Okay, so we give you update about the MPFL assistants now. Doma United signs Abubakar as new technical boss. The appointment of Abala Abubakar, you need to know, as the new technical advisor of Doma United Football Club has been confirmed. Akinade Onigbinde, a former handler, has been demoted to the position of head coach. And this decision was taken by the club due to a poor run of the Savannah Scorpions in the second half of the season, during which they have yet to record a win. Now, the chairman of the club, Suleiman Umar, stated the appointment of Coach Bala is imperative given our recent challenges in the second half of the season. We believe his extensive experience in managing teams within the league will significantly contribute our objective of maintaining our status. Abubakar's first game will be in charge. Abubakar's first game in charge of Doma United will be an away fixture against Aqua United, and that's for the weekend. We'll go off that one, give you update again. World Body applause for international guys. I know this one. Kwekwe run the race. David, do you like it, Ron?
Yeah, Kwekwe.
You like it? Do you know this game has been a long time?
Oh yes.
When I was in Benin, part of somewhere in Nigeria, right?
Right.
I know this phrase. I know. I go try you. I go try. Not work, not you. I go try luck. I try.
Oh really?
Maybe I not try, but I not work. You know, sometimes in life you need to try.
Wait, you went to try as an athlete or as a footballer?
I heard. I mean, I know that it's like a marathon, right?
Right.
And I said, okay. I mean, I can sustain myself. I'm fit enough. You get when I reach.
So wait.
Nobody tell me
you
man
finish
come
the
back.
race?
You get what? I said, see, why would they run for Benin? You get what they call Ramat? Okay, one.
Yeah.
I should just read that Ramat list. No, I advise myself. No, it's truth. You cannot. I cannot do it. It's not. I feel like you want to a sportman. Come on. You can do this one, but it's a different one. But let's give you an update about that one now. The organizers of the world-class Okpekpe International 10-kilometer race, Promoted Sports Marketing, has been hailed by World Athletics for his positive contribution to road running globally. Additionally, the world governing body for the sports has rectified and certified the race status as a gold label event. Following the reclassification of label road classes in 2024 into 4 categories: World Athletics label, World Athletics Elite label, World Athletics Gold label, and World Athletics Platinum label. All of those ones are really coming into what they are doing now. In a message on the certificate of classification of Okpekpe, its status as a global label race. World Athletics expressed gratitude to the organizers and partners of the race for the support of the event and road running in general. Now, the Okpekpe International 10-kilometer road race holds the distinction of being the first world class road race to take place in Nigeria. It achieved bronze label status back in 2015, 8 years after World Athletics began classifying road races worldwide. Now, the Okpekpe race is notable for being the first to have its course measured by the World Athletics certified courses measurers, and also the first to become a member of the AIMS, that's the Association of International Marathon and Distance Races. Zach Kamado, the race director, attributes the success of the Omeruo race to the support of the Edo State government and its sponsors and partners, now making it the premier event in the West African sub-region and unparalleled in Nigeria. Now, the 10th edition of the race is scheduled to take place on May 25 this year, and Amodu anticipates it will surpass all previous editions in excellence and achievement. Before we leave the shores of this one, respect should be given to who it's due, right?
Yeah, I think it's commendable because back in 2015, it gained the status of the bronze place.
Right.
And now
David, can I share this with you?
The gold.
I had a long time
one.
in Edo State. I had a long spell with Edo people.
Right.
Wonderful, amazing people. I love to be in Edo again. I mean,
Right.
being in exactly the Asians, the Irua, all of the places. But there's something about this race. When they started this race from the onset, they never knew they would get in the support. It was just like, more they do.
I think that goes to say a lot about the consistency of the organizers.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so
Now
it
brands
can
are
be
now
tiring.
coming. Right.
It can be very tiring.
Without support at that point.
Exactly. So at this point, they've gotten to the point where they tell themselves, we are making progress from bronze to silver, from silver to gold, and then to platinum. I mean, this is 2024. They are presently in the gold division. They're going to the platinum maybe in another 1 or 2 years after. Of course, the next edition is in May 25th, which I believe they would want to really, really do more. And then, of course, the Athletics Federation will look at them and say, hey,
So you look at the guy,
you guys are doing well.
You see this kind of guys?
No, this is not for me.
You know if you try. You know why I like you?
100 meters.
Do you know why I like you?
Yeah.
You respect yourself.
Before.
You not go try what you know if you do. Because see, our race, now road race, so
Before.
it's a very big one. I must commend them. I really love what they are doing.
No, much respect to all of the organizers and of course the athletes themselves,
Right.
who come all the way, because we have athletes all the way from Africa,
Right.
come to honor
And
this
formerly
event.
was just a Nigerian team.
Yeah,
And now we are
yeah.
expanding.
I mean,
We're doing well.
It's a big.
This
big
shall not
one.
be end or work. So as being an organizer, should get credit on that.
Which they not come.
Which they not come. I like that one. Okay, so we go and give you more update about the African Games before we go on a break. FG, talk about the federal government decides to start planning for next tournament. You might get confused on this, but I'll give you a detail about it. Now, the commencement of preparation for the next African Game has been announced by Nigerian Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Elwa Eno. In his address to newsmen, Senator Eno emphasized that the review of Nigeria's performance at the Accra 23 edition will serve as the initial step. Nigeria record-breaking appearance in Accra witnessed significant milestone, including the country's first swimming medal in 33 years and a handball medal back in 21 years. Now, in 23 games, Nigeria achieved 47 gold medals, surpassing 46 gold medals from the 2019 African Games. Weightlifting emerged as the highest medal count, totaling 32 medals, 16 gold, 10 silver, 6 bronze. Athletics followed closely with 22 medals, 11 gold, 6 silver, 5 bronze, while boxing amassed 10 medals, 8 gold and 2 silver. Wrestling contributed 11 medals, 6 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze. Arm wrestling secured 10 medals, 4 gold, 2 silver and 7 bronze. Now with addition gold medal from badminton and taekwondo, now contribution to the medal haul also came from basketball, cycling, cricket, tennis, chess, hockey and tennis, table tennis. This one looks nice to share. Talk about all of these games. Are we going to see development in this?
It's quite disappointing that the minister is talking about the next game.
Exactly, not even.
I'm not talking the Olympics.
Right. You
Interestingly,
don't jump, Abby.
I don't get it.
You feel like we're jumping.
Why
in the Olympics.
why do we do these things? If you have just finished the tournament and then you have athletes that won medals, what is left is to prepare for the Olympic Games. I mean, look at it from this point of view. If these guys at the end did not get maybe visa application right to go
Right.
to the Olympics,
Because we saw what happened in this one.
I mean, it's just unfortunate. It's wrong. We should talk about the very game that is in 2024 rather than talk about what is supposed to be 2025. Why they beg go the other yonder? It's not doing well.
Respect that, man.
Right.
I know how you feel, and I understand your plight. You're saying it right.
Let's just
You're actually saying it right. I'm not deviating from what you're saying. I'm
not
not even going contrary to you.
Really?
What?
If we fail to plan, we're planning to fail.
But we're not fail now.
Well, if we continue this way, you think we'll not fail?
Okay, we give you update again. Our Paris 2024. We are very ready for the Super Falcons and that's Bayana. The coach Desiree Ellis and those very one. Now in preparation for the Paris 2024 Olympic playoffs, South African senior women national team head coach Desiree Ellis has emphasized the necessity of her players to perform at their peak to overcome Nigerian Super Falcons, the highly anticipated fourth-round CAF Women's Olympic qualifier next month to see the WAFCON champion facing off against the Falcons. Now, the victorious team over the two legs will secure a spot in the Group C at the Paris game. Now, Bafana is the men, while Bayana the ladies. Now, Bayana will initiate the playoff in Abuja on 5 April, followed by a return leg on the Loftus Best Field in Pretoria on 9 April 2024. Now, the Bayana squad conveyed for camp in Pretoria on Monday afternoon, 25 March 2024, with their inaugural official training session held on Tuesday. Ellis, talk about this woman, expressed satisfaction with the team performance during the initial training session as they gear up for the qualifier. Meanwhile, the Falcons aim to secure their first Olympic appearance since 2008 Beijing Games. That's a long time. 2008. When we had Sassi, I talked about 2008.
Right.
28, don't think now. Do count it for me. 9. I mean, it's not a lot of years. It's more than a decade, right? It's really counting it. Like if I'm a four-class captain, right? But
you know, it's quite unfortunate that we're joking about this, but it's painful. Nigerian female national team have been dominating Africa for a while, up until this same Bayana
came to the picture.
And as we speak, they are the champions of the WAFCON. That's the AFCON for women. Now, we're going to face a very tough opposition team that is very ready as well to stop us from going to the Olympics. I strongly believe that the Randy Waldrum-led team is very much ready for this. And I think, again, the likes of the Minister of Sports should be particular about this one. It is best that you plan very well. There is politics in football. If you want to play the politics here in Nigeria, play it very, very well. And make sure you get the win. Very, very well.
Play to get the win.
Here in Abuja. Of course, we're in Lagos. Nigeria particularly. But when you get to Pretoria in South Africa, guess what? The CAF president is from South Africa.
The video,
there is no politics you play over there.
You always like to say that.
It is the fact. It is the fact. Let's face it. Mosepe is the CAF president. He's also the chairman of the Mamelodi Sundowns team that has 8 players in the national team. Let's face this. These things are something we should not play about. Get your job done well here in Nigeria. That is the advice.
The first game we played here. Get the job done here.
Exactly.
When we go to Pretoria, what comes next?
The worst you want to get. The worst.
Do you plan for a draw?
That's what I said. The worst should be a draw.
But we don't want to compare. There's no comparison with the Super Falcons and the Bayana.
No, you don't. No. Right now, in African football, female African football,
it's big one.
You don't right away South Africa.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
They're playing very good football.
But we saw what happened in Australia. We saw what happened in Australia and New Zealand.
Exactly.
The Super Falcons are up. Randy Waldrum, they've got a team.
They got a team, but again, how many days do you need to assemble this team together? These are players that are playing all the way, all across Europe. When they come in, there's a part of jet lag.
At intervals, I guess.
There's a part of jet lag as well. There's a part of getting to harmonize the team together and letting them play now as a team. Painfully, they are playing first leg in Nigeria. I wish the second leg was going to be played in Nigeria and South Africa.
So we still wait to know. We still have to wait to know. Like David Riley said, let's get the job done. And that's just what it is on that part. But did you see what happened yesterday? Did you see that game played yesterday, international friendly? We saw England playing a draw with Belgium. And also, we'll give you an update about that one. Brazil in the news. The River, this one, he got a win in Wembley. But this time around in Spain, Santiago Bernabeu, yesterday, Vinicius Jr. couldn't see the ball to play. We'll go on a break when we return and give you more updates about international break and every other sport unfolding. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly. Definitely, we are always on the standby to give you more update about this one. We just went on the break and we are back again. Let's give you this one now. England played draw with Belgium in the realm of European football. Gareth Southgate, England has emerged as the focal point of missed opportunities as the chair of the Euro 2024 with the awareness of that history may not be forgiven if they falter again in Germany. Now, the progress of England on the Southgate has been evident in major tournaments, yet the imperative now is to actively pursue victory in their summer. Now, lest they forever bear the label of nearly met. Now, gone are the days of embarrassment under Roy Hodgson, when England struggled to advance from the group in 2014 World Cup in Brazil and suffered a humiliating defeat to Minos Iceland at the Euro 2 years later. Instead, they are now become regular contenders in the latter stages of major competitions. Now, despite recent losses to Brazil and draw with Belgium side in the friendly match at Wembley, their home ground, and they had the day. Now, the encounter primarily served as a fact-finding mission for Southgate, shaping his final squad selection for Germany. While Southgate still faces criticism, his proponents argue that he boasts the best record of any England manager since 1966 World Cup winners by that man talk about Sir Alf Ramsey. Now, England reached the first World Cup semi-final in 28 years in Russia, made it to the Euro 2020 final, and advanced to the quarterfinal of the World Cup in Qatar in 2022, only to face defeat in each stance. Now, however, the prevailing sentiment suggests that England has struggled to withstand the immense pressure of high-stakes encounter. Heading into Europe 2024, England is considered among the favorites, possibly sharing the status with France, and also Southgate led a squad beeping with talent. I can't go on and give you all of this update because the truth of the matter remains that this man is the man everybody has been talking about, and the question is, do we let him stay back? I'm not an Englishman.
Well,
okay, be colonized by the English. I speak English better word, but I don't want to say I'm not an English. Well, I'm not from the Three Lions.
Yeah.
Let's say this is one of the most expensive, valued squad I've ever seen. He needs to take his stand. Reasons are not far. Harry Kane will be retiring soon.
Right.
A lot of those players are off their game. Will be off their game. We know this is that. If you don't get it right now, in fact, the question is, the video man not to push him, man not to tonton. Tell me, should Southgate be sacked?
No,
that's the question because he has what?
So much.
So much. See, yesterday we talked about it. We said Gerard Bowen, Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka. Who else is there? And I think four of them. And Phil Foden. Those are four players that play from the flank.
Right.
Three of them will go, one would be dropped. And I asked questions on the paper and said, who do you take off? Within those four players, Gerard Bowen is doing well in West Ham, literally carrying the team. Cole Palmer is the key of Chelsea. Right. Saka is, no Saka, no Arsenal. You can say that.
Looking around.
What are we saying?
Rashford looking around.
Declan Rice, Bellingham, Colomeno, kind of.
He has so much talent that the very unfortunate thing that will happen to him is if he goes to the next Euros and does not win anything.
Right. Well, in Germany.
Oh, in Germany, right?
Right.
Now, I know the English press can be very trickish in dealing.
They don't want to talk about it.
They don't want to talk about it. So they would best want to say, let's talk about our players.
If you don't want to talk about, they hear them. The truth. This is not the they hide them. It's clear. You have a squad that is good to go.
Yeah.
They played against Belgium. Okay, let's start with the Brazil game. In Wembley, for their house, for their nose, they not feel win. They struggled, and Hendrick, one small boy like this, I think they talk a primary school boy, primary 4, just can't score them. That aside. Now, it got past that one. They played against Belgium. They still couldn't get a win. Where did they play now? Wembley.
But let's also face it as well. The teams they played are no pushovers in world football.
Regardless, win the Belgium side at least.
But
or get a draw against Brazil.
Exactly. Now, that for me is quite crucial. We saw yesterday Cote d'Ivoire defeating Uruguay 2-1.
Yeah, we saw that.
Now, if this English team cannot defeat the Belgian side with all of the firepower they have, I mean, you can close your eyes and mention 2 first 11.
Definitely, why not? Even those in the bench can win those on the game, right?
Like, you expect that they get a win every time they play. But unfortunately, Gareth Southgate have not been able to harness these guys very well and even deliver the goods they're supposed to deliver. As it stands, this is a team that can give any manager that knows his onions very well. That's why I'm kicking against the fact that I saw a rumor that he will be the next Manchester United coach, and I said,
but he actually said he actually disclaimed that.
God forbid, in the name of Jesus Christ.
What do you do? What's this for you? The ritual? That's
no, whatever it is.
You do this in Nigeria. Like, what's this?
In Nigeria, what it means is it should go past me. Like Jesus, when he was crying to the Father, he said, "It's not my will, but it's your will. Let this cup pass over." So
I'm going to hold you on that. You don't even know if I'm a Muslim. You tell me about Jesus, but I mean,
no, I'm just saying.
Whichever way, we'll give you more updates. I'll talk about our international friendly games. Yesterday, Spain plays a draw with Brazil. West Ham midfielder Lucas Paqueta scored the late penalty for Brazil, drew in that game. The draw, it was a draw, 3-3 with Spain in the friendly at Real Madrid Bernabeu. Rodri from the penalty spot before Dani Olmo doubled the lead for the Spanish side with a brilliant solo effort. Now Rodrigo pulled one back for Brazil just before the break, and 17-year-old Hendrick, I love to talk about this young man, is promising, leveled of 5 minutes after coming on half of the game. Now Rodri is a Madrid player. He's on loan to Palmeiras. Now Rodri made it 3-2 with another penalty before Paqueta. Now the 6th penalty, 96-minute equalizer, and it was Real Madrid bound Hendrick's second goal in the space of 4 days after he became the youngest male goal scorer for club and country at Wembley Stadium in 1-0 win over England in down on Friday game. They're not the shape. Now Luis de la Fuente's Spanish side, meanwhile, ended the international break without a win after losing 1-0 to Colombia at West Ham. You talk about West Ham London Stadium. Now we give you update again about the Euro 2024 coming up. Modric sends Ukraine to finals. Good news for the Ukrainian side. Talk about the likes of Zinchenko, Yaremchuk, Dovbyk, wonderful team they've got, and Shevchenko can be celebrating this right now. Now Ukraine will compete. Good news in the final of the major tournament for the first time since being invaded by Russia after Mikhail Modric winning the Euro 2024 playoff final against Iceland. Ukraine trailed 1-0 at halftime before Albert Gudmundsson pulled Iceland ahead with a superb strike. Now, but Sehiro Brovsad came back from behind in the second half, leveling through Viktor Tinnikov before Chelsea forwards Mikhail Modric late winner. Now Ukraine will go into the Group E at the Euro 2024 final alongside Belgium, Slovakia and Romania. You know why I'm happy about this story? You know why? Mikhail Modric.
Right.
We want to see players coming big time. If you say you're a big player for club and country,
right,
show us how big you are when it matters.
Well, I think
they want to be involved.
Modric has only showed his being big in the country.
Yeah, I know.
But not on the club side.
I know.
I know. Some Chelsea fans would just tell you point blank, Modric.
Let's say it. What club does he play for?
Plays for Chelsea football.
Is Chelsea a big club in England?
One of the biggest in England.
One of the biggest in England.
Recent time.
Yeah. So when he comes back home,
right,
he has, whether they play or not,
home
they look
England?
at him. This is a big player. You know what I mean? I mean, he plays for Premier League Chelsea.
Right.
He comes back to Ukraine. You look at this guy, like, oh, he plays for Chelsea. So whether you get a start or not, they see him as a Chelsea player.
True.
And he's coming big.
True.
So you need to up your game. If you don't do that now look at, they have Belgium to play. They have Belgium. They also have other teams to compete with. Now, if you look at the record, they would have dropped out yesterday.
Well, again, they had a major warring when it comes to getting themselves together. Let's not also forget that there's still a war with Russia, even though there's a bit of ceasefire in that region. Again, what's important is the fact that Mikhail Modric came to the party in this one, and he has sent his team to a place of qualification where they'll play either Romania or I've forgotten which country they're going to play now.
But David, if you don't, let's assume they lost yesterday.
Right.
Which names do you think the media will carry? These are the kind of names you carry. He's a big player.
Zinchenko, Modric.
No, there are plenty of them, but you can just pick out like top 5.
True.
Maybe a Dovbyk of Girona, a Yaremchuk of Sevilla. You collect, or maybe take as the check of Arsenal. You take a Modric, right? All of these guys. But we go off that one. I ask you this question. I want to ask you again. Do you think a Kobe Mainoo would regret the move to England? I like to ask you this.
No. He's going to enjoy football and enjoy.
He's just 18. He never played in the under 21. Never. Just jump. And let's say you do jumping for class time. From primary 4 to
I actually did.
I had that. I had that from primary 5 to just 1. I did that. That was
from 5.
A common entrance back then. I don't know if they still do common entrance in Nigeria. But that's common entrance. How common they call it is not hard to.
Well,
common. It's typical
for Kobe Mainoo, I honestly think that his current form is what is helping him. He's been on an amazing form.
And the club side of plays for as well.
Yeah, come on. That's like the biggest side in world football. So, but owing to the fact that his form has been helping him very well, I also believe that he's being called to the Three Lions is as a result of the Three Lions and the FA trying to just hold him before he changes his decision to play for Ghana. Yes.
You think that's a commitment?
Yoruba will say they don't pack sheke.
But if you commit a player like a Kobe Mainoo, some Colin Mainoo, whichever will do,
right,
is that the best?
It is.
Are they going to drop him sometime soon? I'm just saying.
They might not. With the form he's going on presently.
So he needs all this up his game every time.
Consistency also is there for him.
Don't forget the likes of Mason Mount is not in the list. I mean, there's a lot of pressure for Kobe Mino.
You would never want to drop a Kobe for Mason Mount. The word is never.
Okay, so I'll bring you this one from this man, Kobe Mino. So I'm calling him Kobe Mino. Whichever would do. It's all right to say. Now, in recent statements, Real Madrid star Jude Bellingham has emphasized the importance of allowing England teammate Kobe Mino to develop his own pace. Bellingham remarks come in light to Mino's notable performance in England's total draw against Belgium in an international friendly held on Tuesday. Now, Mino, who has shown promise in his career with Man United in the Premier League, has already been capped twice, just within how many days, by Gareth Southgate. Now, with the Euro 24 Championship looming, Bellingham emphasized the need to handle Kobe Mino with care, considering his potential and growth trajectory. Now, you know what I'm buying this.
Right.
There was a time I saw on paper, was it marker paper in Spain. Xavi said something. He said, "You don't want to put pressure on young lads." We saw the media, like the Spanish media, the paper in Spain,
right,
trying to compare Messi with Lamine Yamal, and said, "You don't want to do that. Messi's 8-time Ballon d'Or winner.
Right.
Messi has got a very big. I mean, the road where they go so long, and you don't. Lamine will wear number 10.
Correct.
Messi won number 10. And you talk about this man. See, I think about young players owing their game. The man who's talking about Kobe, Jude Bellingham, is a big player.
Yeah, and he's also young as well.
He's also young. David, you know it's to collect number 5 for Real Madrid.
You know,
it's big now.
It's an interesting one because as it stands, I now recall one of the reasons why the likes of Jude Bellingham will be saying such is because there was a certain Jack Wilshere who was touted to be the next Fabregas.
Yeah, everybody was saying that.
And of course, the pressure was on him. He was playing almost every game, and then injury sets in. And that was about the end of the young player.
Okay, so we need
if this is going to continue, it might just.
I see the way you sound very cool when you talk about Kobe. You like him?
No, he is really.
Are you angry he's sending allegiance to Ghana? I mean, maybe from Ghana too.
Again, I say it. I am happy he's made that.
You celebrate him?
Yes.
Okay, David is really celebrating this man. We'll give you an update again. Before we go to transfer gossip, like rumors would say, let's bring you this one coming from the man everybody loves to talk about, Mourinho. He said, "I'm eager to return to coaching in the summer." We're going to see Mourinho returning back to football only time will tell. Now, in a recent interview with journalists, according to the report, it was revealed that former Roma boss Mourinho Jose, some call him Jose, better word, has said he is presenting himself with the opportunity to manage a national team. He's ready. However, he disclosed that Real Madrid prevented him from taking up the offer. Mourinho shared he shared that during the game. Portugal extended the job to offer him twice, but due to his club commitment, he was unable to accept it. It means he would have taken up on that job. Now, earlier this week, Mourinho Jose expressed his eagerness to work during the summer, indicating his openness to new professional opportunities with an illustrious coaching career which includes the staying top clubs like Real Madrid and Chelsea. We know Porto, Man United, Roma, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, Porto at the time. Porto gave him what he wanted. Mourinho could have potentially led his country national team. I don't know if Mourinho will go back home, but quickly let's give you transfer gossips today. Best news in football. Talk about players movement. Man City Norway international Erling Haaland is a transfer target for Barcelona in the summer of 2025. The 23-year-old agent Rafaela Pimenta met with Barcelona sponsor director talk about Deco last month. And according to reports, we go with Brentford and England striker Ivan Toney, 28, also could become an option for Man United this summer, according to reports. And Man United have identified Wolves' 23-year-old Brazilian player. Talk about João Gomez. I watched him play yesterday as a replacement, just possible replacement for 32-year-old Casemiro. I could say the wrong signing. Let me just say. Now, Arsenal are considering a summer move for Sporting Lisbon. I beg your word. Sporting League or Sporting CP. Sporting Lisbon and Ivory Coast defender Osman Diomande, 20, after he stood out during his scouting trip to watch 25-year-old Swedish forward Victor Gyökeres. And we give you more updates. Sporting Lisbon, Gyökeres has moved ahead of England and Brentford striker Ivan Toney on England Arsenal side. Talk about the list of potential new strikers. While West Ham are also interested in signing another man. Talk about Gyökeres and also one man, Tao Awoniyi. Now, Man United would bring in England's full coaching staff if they appoint Gareth Southgate as manager in the summer. And David is not a fan of the story, I know. Now, Man United also want to speak. It never happens. You can say that again. Man United also want to speak to Wolves manager Gary O'Neill about the role in the new coaching setup at Old Trafford. Jose Mourinho says he's ready to return to coaching this summer following his departure from Roma. And Bayern Munich are willing to offer Barcelona a world record fee for 25-year-old Uruguay international Ronald Araujo. These are all we can give you on the show, but we need to go. Our time is up. But David, quickly, on all of this transfer gossip, which one do you think would be possible? Which one do you see like, this will happen?
There is no possibility that Erling Haaland is leaving Manchester City.
It's just 2025 now.
There is no possibility.
2025 is fast more now.
I said there is no possibility.
Next year,
next year.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Araujo to Bayern Munich. Barcelona, let him go. They need money. Sakpa won't kill them. Now, Super will come for being that time. Not true. They don't have money. Barcelona, see, David, you know, there was a time I saw again. They said they were selling their pillows. I mean, on chairs on stage.
Oh yes, I saw that.
I priced them now.
I saw.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
No days to Barcelona. But we need to.
Anyway, again, I think the part where Jose Mourinho is going to be returning to management, I am certain he's going to get a job. In fact, I'm almost certain to say that he has several options in his hands. It's just for him to decide where he's going. But Ivan Toney to Manchester United, I don't know.
What's the best with Arsenal, Man U, for Ivan Toney?
I don't know. I heard somewhere. I saw somewhere.
Say you don't know.
I saw somewhere that Chelsea have agreed some terms with Victor Osimhen. That's a very money intense move.
We'll talk about Oseni tomorrow, don't worry. But David, before we leave, I'd love you to give your last word advising the Super Eagles about the managerial who, I mean, that's the camera, right? Who should they get on those jobs, and what's your advice to them?
They're Musa Gusau.
You're writing a letter right now.
Oh, yes, yes.
Direct one, tell her.
Bros, man, call you guy. Bros, if you can stay consistent and manage the brand Super Eagles, stay with Finidi George. Maybe help him with some other managers that would beef that's a technical know-how well. But the team is not playing badly, they're playing well. So stay with Finidi George.
Okay, they say a patient dog or the patient dog is a father's bone. We're not sound like that again. Not before like this again. They say, sit down, look at dog name. I know so you know the matter, but we need to go now. Keep watching Sports Republic show. We have another show coming up, the news for 12. But what a program, very interesting to stay. But then I remain your host. My name is Kizzy K. It sounds like innovative, but the only football player without a jersey I want to check out. We don't move.